What's going on, y'all? Party people, this is your boy, the Speaker of Truth, coming at you one more time. And this is, y'all already know what's going on, the Difference Podcast. And we back at it again, baby, one more time in this piece, doing it differently. You feel what I'm saying? And I got a message for y'all. This is going to be a two-parter. So it's going to have, it's going to be two different episodes. It's going to be two separate messages, but they're not interrelated. Let me clear my throat first. They're not interrelated. What happened was I had not been recording the podcast. I started off the year right, said I was going to start recording the podcast more consistently. I did not do what I said I was going to do. But I had an idea of what the next episode was going to be that I wanted to record, but I never got around to recording it. So it never got posted. And so it just kept happening and happening and happening. Or it just kept not happening. I just never ended up recording it. So that prolonged itself out. I think that's the word that I'm looking for. It didn't happen. I didn't record it. And then today, a situation happened, and I was like, I got the time, I got the energy, I'm going to record. And that was a separate event, but they work simultaneously. And we'll see how it goes. I have my laptop here. I am prepared. I am ready for the message that I am to give y'all, and I want to start it off just like this. Prayer still works. It does. Ooh, Jesus. Ooh, prayer still works. I'm not going to tell you all the specific situation today for two reasons. One, I don't know if I made it out yet. That's the first reason. Second reason, I don't want to disclose it because I'm just not ready to disclose it, to be honest with you. So those are the two reasons. But what I will say is prayer still works. That it does. Because, boy, I pray. You ever pray for something? And you like, bro, I know I prayed for it, but I know it ain't going to happen. Words cannot put into descriptions how I'm feeling right now. Because, like, bruh, it shouldn't have happened the way it listen to me. It shouldn't have happened the way that it did. But it did. And I'm not out of it yet, so it could still go left. But right now, we right. This is a whole new day. I done made it to the end of my day. At the end of the day, prayer still works. And with prayer still working, grace has been extended upon your boy. Speaker of Truth has grace on his side. Now, because the grace and the prayer still working, that's the second part of the episode. I needed to get that off my chest. You feel what I'm saying? That's for episode 2. But the way things are going, I think we're going to lead with grace, because it just segues very good. I'm in the rhythm. I'm doing it. I'm feeling it. So I'm just gonna start with grace, and we're just gonna go from there. So just to reorganize, get everybody on the same page. This is what happened, okay? I did not post the podcast like how I said I was going to start doing consistently. I was off track. I had lost focus. The fat lady was not singing. It was not over. Okay. Didn't post the podcast, so I look like an idiot, hypocrite. Had an idea for the podcast. Didn't record it. Then got into a situation where I needed the Lord's help. God said, I'm God. So I got you. I said, yo, appreciated my God. Appreciate. Woo, woo. Appreciate it. Sure duly do. Okay. That leads us to all of that leads us to right now. Everything after that is new. So that brings us to grace. Now, I know what you're thinking. We 5 minutes in. You said what you said. You said it again. You ain't said nothing new. Where you going with this? I'm going to tell you where I'm going with this. First, I want to start off by saying what I mean when I'm talking about grace. Because grace has a lot of different definitions. I think I've talked about grace before. I think in the past I've talked about grace being the access point to God, which is still true. That's not incorrect. But that's not necessarily the definition that I want to use about grace today. And we're going to talk about grace in its different forms. So, the grace I'm talking about today, I have my laptop here. I'm going to look into it. It says, where is it? Courteous goodwill, a grace, period. At least he has the grace to admit his debt to her. Okay? Insert the clip. Yes, sir. All right, so that's the definition of grace that I'm going with for right now. Tony Evans has this definition right here. You can't earn grace. An even bigger definition is grace is the inexhaustible supply of God's goodness, whereby he does for us what we could never do for ourselves. It is the inexhaustible. It has no end to it. It is the inexhaustible favor or goodness of God doing for us what we cannot do for ourselves, what we do not deserve, what we could not earn, and what we could never repay. It is what God does for us independent of us. Yes. Check the box, because that's what it is. And I don't really necessarily know where I want to go from there, but what I do know is, it's inexhaustible. We, as humans, as people, we live our lives and we make mistakes. And by the grace of God, it's inexhaustible. He allows us to do it again. He wakes us up, gives us another chance to get it right. Some days you get it right. Some days you get it wrong. Probably most days you get it wrong. On some level, you might not be murdering people. You might not be lying. You might not be stealing. But on some level, you weren't necessarily getting it 100% right. You're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. We're all human. You know what I'm saying? We have flaws, defects of character, if you will. And as a result, we mess up and we make mistakes. Now, for me, personally, I made a mistake. I made a couple of mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes, okay? The writing was on the wall to a certain extent. I was like, look, screw the writing. And I went off and I kept continuing to make the mistakes. God granted me the grace and the favor and allowed me to still be here on this earth today, able to tell y'all this story. Now, I told you I'm not going to get into it, and I'm not. But in March, just like how I said in the past, I will reveal one of those past stories. If you know what episode, I'll link the episode. I will leave it in the description. I will also insert the soundbite to the episode, and I'll put it the name of the episode up here, so that way if you want to go and look at that episode, you can look at that episode. But just like how I said I would tell that story in March, because March is my birthday, I will also tell this story because if I'm still in the position that I'm in today, by March, that's what you call super grace. Super grace. You ever drop your food on the floor? You ever drop your food on the floor and apply some super grace? You know what I mean? Pray on it real hard.
You want some ice cream? I'm about to eat off of my ice cream. You cannot have some. You can't.
Lord Jesus, please don't let. I'm just joking. But so yeah, I'm not gonna talk about the whole situation, but that's what ended up happening. And that's the definition of grace that I had for you all today. There's not really much else I can say for now about it. That was all that I had. So this might not necessarily be a 2-part episode. This might just be a 1-part. But we'll see where the episode goes. We'll see where it goes. So that's really all I got for that. I'm going to close that out. Slash it. This is the next part of my story, of my podcast. So, not necessarily a new episode, but you know, we out here. This is the second part. It's never too late. It's never too late. Listen to me. It's never too late. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is I was inspired. I made the first episode of the podcast in 2022. And I talked about when you get off track, you can always get back on track. And Steve Harvey inspired that podcast. And he didn't inspire this one. But as I was thinking one day, I was just like, it's not too late. And not if you're off track, but just like, you got it. Like, if you're 100 years old, it's not too late. If you're 70 years old, it's not too late. If you're 30 years old, it's not too late. You didn't go to college, it's not too late. Like, you still got breath in your body, it's not too, like, you got it. And I was at work, and the song Don't Stop Believing came on. And I was like, ooh. That, yeah. So that song inspired the podcast. Because you don't need to stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. And so we got the lyrics right here. So I'm going to read the lyrics. And then when we get into the chorus, I'm going to kind of break that down. But I wanted to hop on here and look at what the song is really about and see. And then I got some other songs that I'm going to break down. I'm not going to break them down to the same degree I'm going to break down Don't Stop Believing. But that's the core message that I want you all to understand, is that it is not too late. Like, you still got time. As long as you got breath in your body and you got life to live, you can go chase your dreams. You can go do things that people said you can never do. You can do them, because if you got that vision in your mind, in your soul, in your heart, and you got the desire, you can go get it. It's just a matter of getting to it. How do you do it? I don't know. I really don't. Like, your story is only yours to tell. My story is only mine to tell. And so I know for me, I enjoy doing the podcast. The podcast is something I envision myself doing. So the only way I see it happening is by doing the podcast. So I record the podcast. I promote the podcast. I tell people about the podcast. People ain't listening to the podcast. People ain't listening to the podcast. But that don't mean one day. That don't mean one day people ain't gonna be listening to it. Hey, it only take one. Listen, let me tell you a quick story. One day, I was just doing me, just being regular. Nothing out of the ordinary. I was going downstairs to enjoy a delectable, wonderful nothing bundt cake. And when I bit into the nothing bundt cake, something overtook me. This feeling of joy, happiness, deliciousness, and just all around goodness encompassed my body, because what my taste buds were breaking down and experiencing, I had to share with the world. And you know what I did? I made a video about it. I said something about life is too damn good. Life shouldn't be this damn good. If your life ain't good, go ahead and fix that shit. And that shit went viral, bro. I wasn't trying to go viral. I was just being me. I was just doing me. I was just doing me. That shit went viral, bro. So I say all that to say, when it comes to the podcast, people ain't looking at the podcast how I want them to. That's okay. I'm going to just keep doing me, because eventually I am of the opinion people going to see what they saw in that little 30-second clip. That's simple. And if you like what you saw in the 30-second clip, I am of the opinion, hey, if you like what you saw in that 30-second clip, I think you'll like what you see in these 30 minutes, these 15 minutes, and these 20 minutes. I think you'll like the podcast. It's my vision. It's my goal. It's my dream. Hey, don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. So without further ado, let's break down this song. So this is Don't Stop Believing by Journey. And it starts off, this is verse 1. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy. City boys, right? Hey, insert the clip. Yes.
City boys.
What is it? Hot boys or city boys? I don't know. Shout out Lil Duval. Anyways, just a city boy. Born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. A singer in the smoky room. The smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they can share the night. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting. Up and down the boulevard, their shadows searching in the night. Street light people, living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night. Working hard to get my fill. Everybody wants a thrill. Paying anything to roll the dice just one more time. Some will win, some will lose. Some are born to sing the blues. Oh, the movie never ends. It goes on and on and on and on. All right, so I'm going to pause right there because I feel like this is what I'm getting from it. So basically, there was the introduction. You got the boy, you got the girl, you got the hot girls, you got the hot boy, whatever Lil Duval said. City girls, hot boys. That could be completely wrong. I could be off base, but y'all understand the point that I'm making. You got the boy, you got the girl. Boom, okay? Then it talks about the environment, where they're at, the smoky room. You can smell wine and cheap perfume, for sure. It goes on and on and on and on. All right? Straight now wait on this. They strangers, but they wait. Up and down the boulevard, their shadows searching in the night, streetlight people. So it's basically saying you got two strangers and you got strangers on the street. Streetlight people, so the streetlight, everybody knows what a streetlight is. Come inside before the streetlights come on. So when the streetlight's on, it's dark outside. You can see their shadows. So more setting up the environment. Living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night. So the emotion would be love. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some passion. If you catch my drift, you feel what I'm saying? And then it says working hard to get my fill. Everybody wants a thrill. Paying anything to roll the dice just one more time. Some will win, some will lose. Some are born to sing the blues. Oh, the movie never ends. It goes on and on and on. So what I get out of that is you working hard. You got a job. You pushing. You praying. You grinding just to get that. Ooh, there. You rolling the dice. You Papa need rent. Baby need a new pair of shoes. You see what I'm saying? Some will win, some will lose. Some are born to sing the blues. But it's a movie. It never ends. It never ends. It goes on and on and on and on. If you ever seen a movie, I mean, I ain't got to break that down. Y'all understand what I'm saying. Y'all understand what Journey's saying. This is the pre-chorus. Strangers Waiting. Oh, we already got that, so I'm not gonna hit it again. Then it hits the chorus after the pre-chorus. Don't stop believing. Never give up. Hold on to the feeling of never giving up. Street light, people. We strangers, man. Shadows. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling, yeah. Street light, people. Oh, listen, man. I'm telling you, you got it. Something in you is bubbling. You have a vision, you have an idea, you have a girl has a boy, whatever. You can make it shape. It's just a matter of will and perseverance. May not happen tomorrow. It may not be that guy. It may not be that girl. It may not be that job. It may not be that car. It may not be that dream. But keep going. You don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Now, the next song we have is Take Me to the King. Now, I'm not going to do this whole song. I'm going to get to this one part. And then when I get to that one part, we'll go to the next song. So, like I said, this is Take Me to the King by Timbaland Man. Very good song. When I was going through my, I'm going to say, when I was going through my, I'm still sober. But when I was early in my sobriety, I was listening to a lot of church music, a lot of gospel music. I was on this kind of like no hip hop thing. It's currently not what I'm on. Not going to get into the details of that right now because it's just not pertinent. But I was listening a lot to this song, so I really like this song. Not that I don't like Journey, but I only listened to that because it was playing at work. So it says, "Take me to the King. Don't have much to bring. My heart is torn in pieces. It's my offering. Take me to the King. Truth is I'm tired. Options are few. I'm trying to pray, but where are you? I'm all churched out, hurt and abused. I can't fake what's left to do. Truth is I'm weak, no strength to fight, no tears to cry, even if I try. But still my soul refuses to die. One touch will change my life." That part where he say she say, "My soul refuses to die," that's what I'm talking about, bro. Like, your heart is torn to pieces. I'm not in a good space right now. Not me personally right now. I'm just saying the song lyrics, that's what it's talking about. When you have no tears to cry, you're all churched out. You're going through it. You're down and out. You at the bottom. You've hit rock bottom. You only see up, but you don't know how to get up there. You can't even find the rope. But still my soul refuses to die. That's the part right there. That's the part. I heard that. I was driving home. They put that on. Steve Harvey was talking. Then they put that song on, and I heard that. Still my soul refuses to die. One touch will save my life. Jesus. Hey. Appreciate you, guys. Hey. Appreciate you. Thank you for the grace, God. Because I wouldn't have made it here without the grace. Wouldn't have made it here if I didn't get a few chances. More than a few. A lot. I messed up. You messed up. It's okay. Keep going. Just, hey, your goal ain't there yet. Oh, just keep going. Your dream ain't there yet. Hey, keep going. It's going to take some pain. It's okay. You just keep going. We'll see. Just keep on. Don't stop believing. Last one. Joey Badass. Devastated. I used to feel so devastated. At times I thought we'd never make it, but now we on our way to greatness. And all that ever took was patience. Yeah, bruh, I can't sing. Not Joy Badass. I don't have auto-tune, but I'm telling you, the message is the same. I'm gonna hit y'all with it again. I used to feel so devastated. I was down and out. But now, no, I'm sorry. At times I thought we'd never make it. Sitting here, it's not looking how I wanted to look. During those times, I was like, man, I just don't know. I just don't know. Like, I'm doing it, but it don't seem like it's hitting the way in which I needed to be hitting, the way in which I feel like it should be hitting. So I don't know, man. I don't know. But now, we on our way to greatness. Time passed. We made it. Nigga, we made it. You was motherfucking right. That's a different song. We're not going to break that down. And all that ever took was patience. Listen to me, man. It's going to take some patience. It's going to take some time. And with that being said, we've hit the 25-minute mark. This is not a two-parter. It's a one-parter. 2 different sections. Started off with Grace. Broke down Grace. Told y'all where I was at. Vaguely told a story. Then gave y'all 3 songs. The vocals are there. Maybe y'all earbuds just ain't connected with my vocals. Y'all think my vocals ain't there. I'm telling you, the vocals are there. This is what was on my heart. And it's going up. It's more than likely going to be up Monday or Tuesday. Or maybe even Wednesday. But we'll see how that goes. I'm not really tripping off of that. I got the podcast recorded. Got to do some editing. Got 26 minutes in. I'm a happy man. Other than that, I have no complaints. I am doing my best to make sure I maintain consistency. So what happened these last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, however long it's been, should not happen again in the future. That means I will record between Sunday and Tuesday, and I will need it edited also between those days, and it will be up Friday. That will be the day it is up. And that's the goal going forward, every week, once a week. So look forward to it every Friday. Look at the videos on YouTube. You can listen wherever you listen to your podcasts, whether that be Apple Podcasts, whether that be SoundCloud, whether that be Spotify, whether that be Anchor. Hey, man, tap in, because I'm doing it, man. I'm doing it. I'm out here living the dream. Thankful. Pray. Thank Jesus. I'm telling you, because grace was extended. I got a grace period. I got shit, and it's inexhaustible. So even if things don't work out the way in which don't work out in the way in which I would like for them to work out, fight's not over. My heart might get torn to pieces. I might hit a new low. But my soul, what did she say? What did she say? Even if I tried, but still my soul refuses to die. Something about that. One touch will change my life. Telling y'all, bro. Y'all think I don't know what y'all be thinking. I be thinking, y'all be thinking that y'all think I'm faking it, or that like I don't really be going through it, or that like this is just like it's not a character, like it is real. The gravity is there. I'm telling you, this to me is deep. To y'all, it might be like, bro, just shut up, which is fine, which is 100% fine, because I am of the opinion, like, I'm doing me. Me doing me has gotten me this far. And trust me, listen, it's far enough. I'm not where I want to be, but listen, sitting pretty compared to where I was, and I know where I can go. It's okay. It's all right. Setbacks. That's okay. Setbacks happen in life, regardless of whether you intended them to or not. You make mistakes. You learn, you live, you grow, you get better. And that's really all I got, man. I'm out here doing it the best way I know how, and I'm doing me. I'm doing me. I'm doing me. I'm living life right now, man, and this is what I'm going to do till it's over. Till it's over. But it's far from over. Y'all know how I feel about Drake, so I ain't even going to start that. Not even going to start that. But this has been your boy, the Speaker of Truth. Thank you all for tuning in. If you're watching on YouTube, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. If you're listening to the audio, hey, continue to tap in. Share. Go watch some old episodes. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you're going through. You know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy. Hey, man, I'm out.